Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon and welcome to your MTN Noon News. This Monday, I'm Shelly Molaschi. We continue to follow tragedy in western Montana. A father and his two daughters are dead after a small plane crashed deep in the Bob Marshall Wilderness last week. Emergency crews say Mark Anderson and his two daughters, Lainey and Ellie of Alabama, took off from Billings around 2 o'clock Friday and headed for Polson. But the three never made it, with the Powell County Sheriff's Office receiving reports of a downed plane around 4:30 that afternoon. Crews from Malmstrom Air Force Base launched a search, but were unable to locate the wreckage until Saturday morning. The aircraft was found in a remote wooded area near Youngs Creek, northeast of Seeley Lake. Sanders Aviation in Jasper, Alabama, announced Lainey's death on Facebook, saying they were on a family vacation. They say Lainey was a skilled aviator and flight instructor, and all three will be deeply missed. We are also continuing to follow the latest developments in Columbus. A BNSF conductor was killed after being hit by another train while walking on the tracks. Emergency crews swarmed the area around 10:30 Sunday morning. NTSB confirms on social media the BNSF conductor was struck by another moving train. Investigators with BNSF are still working to determine what caused the fatal incident. It could be months before Montana State Prison has its water system back up and running. MTN's John Amy was there to take a look at what is in store for crews this weekend and tells us why.
For the next 60 to 90 days, some of the inmates at the Montana State Prison will have to be showering here, as the prison has determined they have to completely overhaul their water system.
It doesn't get any more serious than this. The way you have to look at it is this is a little city. This is a town that no longer has water.
A week prior, prison officials thought they were dealing with a leaky water pipe. After discovering multiple system failures, the Department of Corrections will begin putting in new water lines by next week. The process could take between 60 to 90 days to complete.
This system is over 50 years old, so it's just time. It's time. It's lived its course, and now we have to replace it.
Funding will come from approved legislation earlier this year to provide $21 million for infrastructure repairs. Until the system is completed, most inmates will continue to use portable toilets, showers, and bottled water. The National Guard will continue to fill the prison's main water tank. MTN News has heard concerns from relatives of inmates and an inmate about the conditions at the prison during the water crisis. Prison officials say they are keeping inmates informed about the situation, and they are trying to keep daily life as normal as possible.
Getting them out of a structure, out of their normal schedule, is just like everybody has their own particular routines. You get them out of there, it's a disruption, and it's kind of hard.
To ease the disruption, mobile showers have been brought to the prison so every prisoner can get a shower every 3 days. Prison staff is asking inmates to cooperate until the water system can be fixed.
We can't continue to Band-Aid this thing as we're building brand new units. Now's the time. We need to stop doing the duct tape and fix it and get the new system in.
In Deer Lodge, John Amy, MTN News.
Well, we're behind a cold front, so it's going to be cooler today. In fact, as we take a look at our temperatures right now, some of us may not get much warmer than we are at the moment. With temperatures right now in the 40s and 50s, maybe a few more degrees to go, and that should be about it. Behind this cold front, not only do we have the cooler temperatures, we do have some rain and snow out there, rain and even some snow, Hill County, also Mark County, rain in Muscle Shell, Rosebud, Bighorn, snow down in the Beartooth. But really a big story, look at those winds. Those winds are a whipping. We'll tell you more about that. As we move forward, though, the rest of the week's looking pretty darn good. Details on that coming up.
Health officials are reminding Montanans it's time to think about flu season and updated COVID-19 vaccines. Pharmacies across the state, including CVS locations, are now offering both flu shots and the latest COVID-19 vaccines. Appointments can be made online, but walk-ins are also being accepted. On Saturday, millions joined together across the nation for rallies in both major cities and smaller towns, and that was on full display right here in Billings, as well as rallies all across Montana from communities like Bozeman, Missoula, Kalispell, and Great Falls to smaller towns like West Yellowstone and Forsyth. All were part of the No Kings protest, organized by a coalition of over 200 groups. That was also the scene in Billings. MTN's Isabel Spartz takes us back to Saturday.
I'm out here protesting the way the government is not listening to the people.
Big costumes and big causes lined the streets of downtown Billings Saturday afternoon.
Protesting can be frivolity, it can be fun, and that I don't think I look like a terrorist.
Over 3,000 gathered for the second national No Kings protest.
It got way bigger this time, like so many more people.
Billings was just one of thousands of demonstrations held across the country, designed to voice opposition to the Trump administration and recent policies.
Whether you're Republican, Democrat, or nothing, that it's the United States. It's not divided states.
Spanning across several blocks along North 27th Street, chants and signs touched on themes from ICE raids to cuts to federal programs. The gathering was organized by the Yellowstone Indivisible chapter and was pleasantly surprised by the large turnout.
We don't want to have some level of dictatorship or monarchy or tyranny. We want freedom and justice for all.
Those of all ages and backgrounds came, and for a younger generation, it was about preserving their futures.
I'm here today because we are becoming adults in this insane time, and our voices are the most important because in the next election, it's going to be us who's making the biggest decisions.
Many of these students are too young to even vote, but voice concerns regarding Palestine and immigration, among others.
The amount of younger people I'm seeing here is it's really inspiring that our future generation is not going to support this.
The protest remained peaceful, full of honking and songs. Still, not everyone in attendance agreed with the message.
I believe civil discourse is an important part of American politics.
Chelson Romero, who helped organize a Charlie Kirk march earlier this month, came to engage in debate and conversation.
We've had overwhelming amounts of really hateful things being said to us. And we're just here I'm just trying to interview and ask questions.
So despite a disagreement on many issues, many did agree that showing up and standing for a belief matters.
There's some rough times right now, definitely, but if people show up and show what they believe in, then things can come to fruition.
In Billings, Isabel Spartz, MTN News.
While we've been seeing rain as of recently, it's not necessarily an accurate reflection of the dry conditions some experienced over the summer. The Blackfoot River had several historically low flows, rippling throughout the valley, impacting ranchers and residents. MTN's Caroline Weiss has today's Montana Ag Report.
Historically low flows and another year of drought is impacting ranchers across the Blackfoot Valley.
And it just didn't rain. It rained around us, but Potomac and the Blackfoot in general was just under an umbrella all summer.
It stood out to Denny Iverson,
retired rancher who still ranches.
For 50 years, Iverson and his family have run cattle in Potomac.
As ranchers, we want to do a good job. We want to take care of the land. We want to be productive.
For decades, they've been irrigating off Union Creek, always leaving water for the fish and the people downstream. This year, they had to stop before the end of June.
And about a month and a half after we quit irrigating, the creek actually dried up, and I hadn't seen that in 50 years. And I've talked to some older folks that have been here longer than we have, and they said, yeah, they'd never seen that either. So it was pretty dramatic.
And it's not just Potomac.
We're coming off of actually one of the worst droughts that's on record for the Blackfoot River. Just to kind of put it into context, they've been measuring flows in the Blackfoot River for about 92 years. And this September, we hit historic record lows for most of the month.
Clancy Gendreau is a water steward for collaborative conservation group Blackfoot Challenge. He says this year was particularly tough for many.
The river is really the lifeblood of this community and this valley, and speaking both from, you know, the wildlife and the animals that utilize the river, but also the economies that are based on it.
Like many across the valley, Iverson was short on hay and was forced to sell off some of the family's cattle herd. Along with changing their practices, like grazing more, it's gotten them through tough years.
Our forages just didn't grow back after we grazed them either, so it was tough, but we destocked some last year. The boys are going to destock some more this fall because it's going to take a while to come out of this drought. It's one good hard winter isn't going to fix it.
Working with communities across the valley, the Blackfoot Challenge has long helped coordinate a voluntary drought response program.
In those 26 years that we've had that in place, we've experienced some level of drought in 17 of those.
While the valley is used to drought, this year has shifted the focus to the future.
We're planning ahead that we're just not going to have the water. We've been through it before. We'll survive it.
Despite the drought, the communities are coming together to help each other and the place they love, and to keep on ranching.
There's a real understanding between the ranchers and those that aren't ranchers that we're all here because we love the landscape. We love the valley.
In Potomac, Caroline Weiss, MTN News.